This is Texans TV.
We're going one-on-one with one of the newest Texans.
They're trying to piece together something great here, and I would love to be a part of it.
It's a big Texans 360, and it is now.
We are ready to rock in Houston. Rock and roll.
Oh, let's go!
Guess when you think you've seen it all, there's always something else.
You're locked in, I'm locked in, and this is Texans 360, and we're so very, very happy that you're with us. My name's Drew Dougherty, and I'm your host, coming at you from the Ford Studios, and we've got quite a show today because Two Cans Dan makes an appearance. Who's Two Cans Dan? Well, you'll find out, and we'll have a little bit of fun with him. Plus, play a little golf for charity, and we're going to look back at a very fun moment in Texans history that happened on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit in 2012. But we start things off with veterans in the building. They've all been around for the last month or two, and really even before that. But off-season conditioning started phase 2 on Monday of this last week, and that meant that head coach David Culley and the assistant coaching staff was able to get on the field and do some work with these veterans. Rookie minicamp, as you'll remember, was last week, but now the team is together, and one of those new members of the team is linebacker Kevin Pierre-Louis. Comes to Houston after spending some time with the Washington football team, and the BC product out of Boston College, well, he went 1-on-2 with Texans Radio.
Kevin Pierre-Louis joining us right now at Texans Radio. Mark Vandermeer, John Harris with you. Kevin, how's it going so far in Houston for you?
So it's been a blessing, honestly, being here. Got a good group of guys that are down here right now. A lot of competition at a lot of position. Being a northern boy, I definitely got welcome to this humidity that's been here, and all I keep hearing that it's only going to get worse. So, I'm glad to be down here, get my foot into the door a little bit and just ready to compete like any other year.
Kevin, that's an interesting way that you talk about Houston being a northerner. So I'll just ask you straight out. First of all, August is going to be like nothing you've ever seen. But don't be scared by it. You'll be okay.
For sure.
Why Houston? Why Houston?
Just competition, just the chance to compete. I'm blessed enough to head into year 8. So given the opportunity to compete for a spot, they're trying to piece together something great here, and I would love to be a part of it. There's not too many times where you can say, you were a part of something that started that was great. So just trying to take advantage of this opportunity that's here, and we're doing that.
Kevin, this defense, Lovie Smith taking over. He's been a defensive coordinator for a number of years in NFL. How do you fit this defense, and how do your skills make for the right fit for this defense?
We're still all figuring that out where everybody's going to fit. As of right now, I'm just focusing on make sure I have the confidence in myself, realizing, we all have to realize we're here for a reason, especially when, there's a new staff that comes in. For the most part, they try to handpick their guys. So obviously I've shown something that they say, hey, his attributes can fit into this scheme, into this defense. So that's what we're doing right now. So blessing we have the OTAs to kind of work out the kinks. And we're gonna see going forward from there.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us, and we really look forward to seeing you on the football field coming up soon. Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.
All right, keep your eyes on Kevin Pierre-Louis this offseason on into the autumn. Last week, the NFL released the 2021 schedule. The Texans know who, when, and where they're playing their opponents for this next season. And we here at HoustonTexans.com got creative with someone who is ultra creative. And here's a look at how the behind-the-scenes schedule release all went down. Enjoy.
My name's Alyssa. I'm the girl from Fried Rice Art. People don't really know this. They think I'm just an artist, but I'm actually a licensed and registered occupational therapist. During COVID time, I was at home a lot with my kids, and I have a 2-year-old son and a 7-month-old son, and so we've been having fun with sensory bins, and we've been making rice sensory bins. And this is something that is a staple at our house with dyed rice, and one day I saw on social media people are just tossing up rice for fun, so I thought I should try it out. And after I tried it out, I realized I was really good at it. So that's where things just took off. I grew up in a Christian household, so my ultimate goal is bring glory to God. When my dad was alive, he'd always remind me, enjoy life and the 3 F's in life: food, fun, and fellowship. Number 1, food. You'll see in a lot of my tosses, it's a bunch of food: pizza, popcorn, bubble tea. Second is fun. I enjoy sports. You'll see a lot of sports icons and sports in general of my toss-ups. And lastly, most importantly, I say fellowship because you get to know people from not just in the US, people from other countries telling me I'm from Jamaica or I'm from all over the world and I love your art, I watch it every day. And so I think that's the highlight of my art. Pictures worth 1,000 words, so that makes me excited to share it. So. First off, I figure out what I want to make. I picture in my mind what colors are needed. Then I get the rice, which it is not fried. I think people have that misconception just because of my business name, Fried Rice Art. I will dye the rice whatever color, I'll put it in a bag. I grab my board, I sketch out whatever picture I want, and then I'll lay down the rice strategically. And once everything's good, I will prop up my little camera and I'll just toss it for y'all to see. That was super fun to brainstorm with some of the Houston Texan coordinators and social media experts and kind of brainstorm together of what each city represents and what's fun in the city. And so that was something, just looking through online what each city's known for and then kind of using my creative thought process and putting the words into pictures. I think we did 20 pieces of art in 3 days. I had art pieces that took, I think, less than 30 minutes. I had some that took maybe 2 hours plus. It really depends on the complexity. People always ask me, are the rice being used afterwards? What do you do with them? Do you eat them? And so I tell them that I will re-dye them either black and reuse for my artwork, the next art piece I do, or I'll use it to create sensory bins for young kids. What sensory bins are bins that are just filled with some sort of filler. In this case, I use rice. And we put fun toys, fun trinkets inside, and then we just let young kids explore the world, put their hands in and have fun, and they just use their 5 senses to enjoy. The sensory bins we made with the rice tosses we did for the schedule release, it's a football-themed Houston Texans sensory bins, so I'm super excited. When they open it, they get to pour out the rice in the containers, and they'll have red, white, and blue rice that they also get to pour in to have fun, Texas-themed. And so they'll have football toys and fidget spinners. Kids are fidgety. They need something that they can just enjoy and relax. And so I hope these bins bless them and they have so much fun with it.
When we return, we're headed to Detroit in 2012, a Thanksgiving Day rumble. This is Texans 360, and you know, every so often the Texans play a game on a major holiday. This year, they're going to play on Halloween here at NRG Stadium, and last season, they played on Thanksgiving up in Detroit. Back in 2017, it was a Christmas Day showdown. They played a few games on Christmas Eve, but let's go back to 2012, Turkey Day in Detroit, and a very infamous run, depending on who you talk to and which side of the aisle you're on, but a great run if you're a Houston Texans fan. Enjoy this film. It's 2012, Thanksgiving Day. The Texans are 9-1, taking on the Detroit Lions, but they're down, man. They just played an overtime game the Sunday before, so 3 or 4 days before. Yeah. They won that one against the Jaguars, and now they're in a pretty good dogfight against a Lions team that was still in it, still in the hunt, and needed a win. They're down 24-14, mid-third, and they hand off to Justin Forsett, and they get a little bit of help.
Yeah, they got a little lucky. However, This comes off an incredibly well-designed play. So let's take a look on our Microsoft Surface here. You'll see the Texans are really in a pro set. Tight end here, which I believe is Owen Daniels. Z receiver X. Fullback's offset, and that's key on this play. And you see the lines with 2 high. 2nd and 10, but this is a great defense to run what they're about to run. Now, the Texans under Gary Kubiak, they run that zone scheme, man. Yep. The nice thing about the zone scheme is you can have a few different wrinkles, and this is one of them. Instead of everybody stepping to the left here to run a little zone play to the left, everybody but Owen Daniels is going to do that. And then James Casey is going to insert himself like he would be the zone blocking tight end. So Owen's going to turn out. Everybody's going to get everybody stepping that way. James is going to come in here and seal this. And then Justin Forsett is going to wind back here on the cutback. That's when the fun begins. But you can see how well designed to play this is. I mean, look at that. Look at that hole.
Yep.
I mean, that hole is fantastic. Now the safety's got to scream up here. Now here comes the other safety. This is at a minimum going to be a 7-yard gain, 6-7-yard gain.
A small victory.
Small victory, set up 3rd and 4, but you're going to keep your drive alive. Well, you'll see the Lions stopped and Justin kept on running.
Because what do we hear in practice? Play to the whistle, play to the whistle, play to the whistle. There was no whistle.
There was no whistle. The Lions fans are furious. Jim Schwartz is throwing red flags. And the rule back then was, had he thrown a flag, it was a penalty because it was ruled a scoring play. You could not go back and review it at that point. The touchdown stood, and it was fantastic. You can see it from this angle, the end zone angle even better. This is a zone left. You can see everybody, all these linemen moving to your left, doing a great job here. The way they move together. And then James inserts himself here, pins, and you can see what Justin's looking at. And then right there, I guess he was supposed to be down and wasn't. Everybody stopped.
Yeah.
Justin's like, I'm gonna take off and see what happens. They didn't blow the whistle, and away you go. That cut the lead to 3 and made that thing a ball game. And Detroit Lions fans everywhere were a little angry.
Yes, it stood. The touchdown stood because Schwartz threw the flag a few moments after that. Lots of fans in that section of the field throwing stuff onto the field. It was very much an angry crowd there in Detroit, understandably so. And the Texans went on to an overtime victory. The sun set on Thanksgiving Day, and the Texans were 10-1.
That was good stuff in Detroit.
After the break, we have some fun with names and Toucan's Dan. This is Texans 360. We're back, and we're happy you're with us. My name's Drew, and my last name is Dougherty. And if you've seen the spelling of my last name, sometimes it's a little tough to pronounce. Don't worry if you've called it Dougherty, Dorky, Darty, Daughtry, Dougherty. I've heard it all. So Dan Flores, a.k.a. Toucan's Dan, is somebody that's a major fan of the Houston Texans. And before the 2021 draft, he was going to call out one of the names. So to prep him for calling out a name, we played a little game. Hope you have fun watching this. Well, this is so much fun because Toucan's Dan is with me right now. I'm Drew Dougherty, and Dan, if you don't know, is one of the best Houston Texans fans in all the land. And Dan, you are going to call out one of the names for one of our draft picks this year at the 2021 NFL Draft. First things first, how nervous are you?
Man, I've been going through the whole gamut of emotions, just trying to find a center of focus when I get up there to do my best to just belt out the name clearly and do us all proud. I've been worried, but I'm gonna suck it up. I'll be ready.
Before you go to Cleveland and before you start announcing the names, we got to get you ready. You cool with that?
Yeah, man, I'm down. I'm like, oof. I can't wait.
Okay.
I can't wait to get played.
All right, I'm going to put on my invisible coach's hat, and we're going to go through a little drill. I'm going to type in some names of former Houston Texans players, and you're going to pronounce their names for me. So first one up is the tight end from the University of Iowa, 2014 draft pick.
CJ Fedorowicz.
Boom. That's not an easy name to pronounce, and you nailed it. So I'm very confident. I like where we're headed for this. So we're going to go move on to this next name. He was not a Houston Texans draft pick. However, he did come and play here for about a season, started just about every single snap. Offensive lineman.
Ode Abushi.
Bam. You knocked it out of the park. You're 2 for 2. Toucans Dan is on a roll. Let's keep going with this one. He's an original Houston Texan. He spent a little bit of time in Minnesota before he came here. He played linebacker. He's still in the Houston area. He's one of our favorite guys to talk with. Speaking, of course, about
Kaylee Wong.
Ooh, close. Very, very close. It's Kylie Wong. But hey, you're working through some things. Practice is not perfect. You practice to get perfect, right?
Yeah, my bad, Mr. Wong, my bad.
This guy had a cup of coffee. And when I say cup of coffee, he played for a little bit, basically about 3/4 of the final game of the 2011 season. And the last pass he threw as a professional was a touchdown to a guy named Bryant Johnson. We're talking, of course, about the Cajun Snake. It is
Jake Delhomme.
Jake Delhomme. I'm going to give it to you on that one. The H is kind of silent. You got it there. We'll go with Jake Delhomme. This is a guy who, a few years back, the Texans took him. He's from A-Leaf originally. He played his college ball at Wake Forest. Speaking, of course, about
Duke Ejiofor.
Bam! Toucans Dan. I have zero doubts in you. You're going to nail this when you get up there to do the picking. Okay, we're going to stay kind of around that time frame in the draft because this is another guy that was drafted by the Texans, played up front on the offensive line for the Texans, played out of Bucknell College before he came here, and that is
Julian Davenport.
Close. Very close. I got to ding you on this one, Dan. Sorry, it's Julian Davenport. Julian Davenport. It's kind of like a French sounding name. But, all right, this guy caught his first NFL pass last season. He's a tight end, still on the roster for the team. Talking, of course, about
Khalil Waring.
I can't give that one to you, Dan. It's Kahali Waring. It's close. It's close enough. You're in the neighborhood. One more name. We are going to go with a guy who was also a tight end, but we got to go way back in franchise history at the very beginning, like around 2003-ish.
Benny Jappru.
Bam, you got it. Dan, you are going to get up there on the stage. You're going to represent the Houston Texans perfectly. You're going to have plenty of hydration there for you as well. I'm excited about that. It's always good to see you. Please wear those blinking sunglasses. Yeah, that's right. Stay hydrated. Please take a drink from me. And I can't wait to see you again, man. It's been too long.
I can't wait to see you guys out there. Miss you guys. Love you all, man. Thank you so much.
Toucans Dan.
Woo! Toucans in the house, baby. Let's go, Texas! Woo!
4, we're playing golf for charity. It's the Texans Charity Golf Classic when Texans 360 returns.
Today, Mattress Firm and the Houston Texans hosted an event called Kids in Cardio. We invited out DePelchin's Children's Center and Child Advocates of Houston. We invited out 20 foster children to come hang out, learn about the holistic health triangle, the importance of diet, sleep, and exercise. They met with Toro, and they got to do a cardio class with one of the Texans Fit instructors.
DePelchin's been around for 128 years, and we have foster and adoptive children, and so they oftentimes feel like they're isolated or different from everyone else, and these kind of events really mean a lot to them and help build their self-esteem.
We had 10 children from DePelchin's Children's Center and Child Advocates. They are in the post-adoption phase, so they're going on the closed case side. So they have found their families, they found their parents. We really wanted to do this in the month of May, which is National Foster Care Month, to raise awareness for these kiddos and also teach them the importance of the holistic health triangle.
Texans 360 is back, and in 2021, after a 2020 hiatus due to COVID-19, the Houston Texans Charity Golf Classic returned. You had to go back all the way to 2002 for the first one, and in that span, roughly 2 decades, the Golf Classic has raised over $3.5 million for charity. This year's event was a big success. Everybody happy to get back on the course for a good cause.
Justin Reed here, hole 4.
Jake Martin, number 54, Rock Boy.
Hi guys, Greg Grissom, Houston Texans president.
Houston Texans Charity Golf Classic.
My friends over at BMW having a great time, raising a bunch of money.
We're raising over $350,000 today for our Houston Texans Foundation in support of our Champions for Youth initiatives.
Just out here having a good day on the course. You know, I'm out here swaggy, of course.
Go Texans, having a great time.
I'm doing great out there, just so you guys know. I may have a second career in golfing. Watch out. That's a shot right there. Yeah, I challenged myself out here today.
It's a nice sunny day, beautiful weather. Couldn't ask for anything better.
Keep my eyes on the ball. Same height, left arm straight. These are all tips I've learned today. Baby, let's go!
Rock and roll! You just walked in on a normal occurrence, me making a big putt.
All right, I'm lying.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's show. We really do appreciate you watching. Hey, you want to come to a game? No sweat. Go to HoustonTexans.com/tickets and come experience game day together. Really appreciate Tyler Marcotte putting this whole show together. Until next time, we'll see you later, and go Texans. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to know when we post new content.